Welcome to the 6th video in the MathLab creation series. In our last video, we did the initial population of our spreadsheet. We put all the themed activities in order that made sense with the confines of our school calendar. We touched on some of the what and why behind some of our activities as well. With this video, we're going to build out some of the peripheral ideas that populate a lot of the top of the spreadsheet. This will be our first step into creating a well-oiled machine. Let's start in the upper left of the spreadsheet. In this column A, we're going to leave this open for room numbers. I would put your MathLab colleagues' direct classroom room numbers here so you have it at your fingertips to get in touch with them during class if need be. And then in column B, we will put their direct classroom extension. In D2, we are going to put a presentation, perhaps links to this playlist, that show what we do in MathLab. In D3, we're going to put a link to the online curriculum document for reference purposes, and so we have it handy when changes need to be made. In D4, we're going to put a link to our digital subplans. We're also going to include an extra set of prep plans called Internet Outage Plans. This allows us to have a plan for the small handful of times during the year where we lose connectivity and we're banking on using it that day. In D5, we're going to link a document that details how students test out of MathLab. This info at our fingertips can serve as a motivation reminder for our students should they need it. Moving all the way to N2, we're going to hold that spot for our back to school night presentation. By having a shared spot for this, all MathLab teachers can contribute and add any new items throughout the years moving forward. In N3, we're going to populate and have a living document that details all the prep work we need to do before the students arrive for the new school year. Our goal is to develop a well-oiled machine, so we will constantly update this as we realize or remember things we could have or should have attempted to get ready before the school year began. In N4, we're going to save that for any specific random password that we may need at some point during the year. For example, maybe there is a password to activate the Chromebook or laptop's onboard camera. Or maybe we want to paste the login code for our Google Classroom in case we get a new student without warning. In N5, I put a template and answer key for a fun classroom display that the students can accomplish during free or downtime. I'm referring to the game called 24. I have a giant display where I can change the numbers on some sort of rotating basis, and thus having the accompanying answer key to go with it will help. Moving to O2, I have a link to what I call other games and resources, which are other options or things that I have found and I'm looking into and simply haven't decided if or how I'm going to include them into our rotation or some aspect of our plans moving forward. Let's talk about O3. Even though this is MathLab, we do get at least one student per year that wants to excel beyond our expectations. Even if it is only one, we still don't want to hold them back. So we have a document full of ideas on the what and how to allow them to be pushed further. O4 and O5 are placeholders for now. Maybe you place more passwords here. In my P2 column, we have one of the projects and all the directions that go with it from their other math class. We have it there for our reference and or if one of our students asks us for help. In P3, we have our drafts for our diagnostic tests that we're creating for each grade level we teach. In P4, we have a document that outlines when it is appropriate to allow calculator use within the MathLab curriculum. The purpose behind a document like this is to make sure everyone is on the same page. Another topic could be a professional development slideshow on grading. It is also important that we are all on the same page for various items within all aspects of grading, down to point values on assessments. We just populated all of the Fringe stuff at the top of our spreadsheet, so we're at a good stopping point.